Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever it is you're tuning in from. This is the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel. Welcome back, guys. It's yet another watch along video. This time around, of course, we are doing the AFCON watch alongs, the last of the quarterfinals. And of course, I don't know that they have saved the best for last, but this is clearly gonna be a very, very big game for both teams. It's the game between Egypt and Ivory Coast. The times winners in Egypt versus Ivory Coast. Yes, the defending champions from 2023, and they're also the current holders of this tournament. Yes, they won the tournament back home when they hosted it in 2023. Yes, had a very, very exciting round of 16. Other, not round of 16, but what was it? It was actually a very, very exciting what run in the knockout stages from the round of 16 all the way to the final in which they won against Nigeria. And funny enough, they might actually meet again in the semi-final. Actually, in the final, because if both Nigeria and Ivory Coast make it all the way, win their respective, well, Ivory Coast need to win this game first. But if they win, if Ivory Coast do make it to the semi-final and win their respective semi-final against Senegal, and of course Nigeria beat Morocco, then they're gonna meet in the final. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you are new around here, if it's your first time on the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel, please do me an awesome favor of liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, for more exciting games. Yeah, we're actually covering quite a number of games today. Had a number of games earlier in the FA Cup, and then just recently concluded the third quarterfinal between a very, very dead and pathetic and lackluster Algerian team that was dominated from start to finish by Nigeria. Nigeria running out 2-0 victors in that game, and fully deserved, of course. Fully deserved because Algeria were not. In fact, Algeria, I think maybe they thought that things were going to be business as usual. They thought that they would play again the same way against DR Congo and just secure the victory. But no, these are different opposition. In fact, but to ask me, the two best teams of this tournament so far are now meeting in the semi-final. That's Morocco and Nigeria. Because these two teams have been by far the best teams at this tournament. The way they play, the intensity, the work ethic, the attacking intent as well, the way they also defend as a unit. Yeah, the way they are so quick to get off the blocks. Yeah, actually, you can't really say that there has been a dull game, a dull Moroccan Nigerian game at this tournament. All games for those two sides have been epic. And of course, that semi-final is going to be super, super epic as well. So we're clearly looking forward to it. But of course, that is a story for another day. That is going to be contested on Wednesday from 2300 hours Kenyan time. Of course, before we get there, we have this semi-final to do first, the game between Egypt and Ivory Coast. Yes, both teams making their way onto the pitch for the national anthem. Yes, Egypt 7-time winners being led by Mo Salah and Omar Mamouche, who play their trade in the Premier League. We'll be hoping that at least they can lead their country to glory. Because Egypt actually lost this final to... Who was it? Was it? Yes, it was Senegal way back in 2021. Yes, they lost on penalties to Senegal. So they're hoping at least they can at least go one better this time round and eventually secure the victory. But of course, for them to actually win this tournament, they've got a very, very difficult Ivory Coast team to beat. They also need to overcome Senegal, which I think they will. I think any team that actually, either of these two teams, Egypt or Ivory Coast, that does make its way to the semi-final, is going to just steamroll over Senegal. Because Senegal clearly playing a very shambolic game. So I don't really expect Senegal to actually eliminate either one of these two teams, unless maybe they're gonna raise their game. Because I think if Egypt or Ivory Coast make it to the semi-final, then they're gonna at least make it to the final, because I don't see a situation where Senegal actually upsets either one of these two teams, because these two teams have actually been playing football. As for Senegal, they have just been winging it, hoping that at least they're gonna make it. But of course, winging it is not gonna work. More or less, you can say that they have a similar playing style maybe to Algeria, where they don't really go all out, but you can clearly say their game is very predictable. But of course, they rely on the likes of Njae and of course Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane, whose legs look to at least be gone, because he doesn't really have the pace that he had back in the day. But at least he's still carrying his team. He's clearly still carrying his team. So we're currently listening to the Egyptian national anthem. Yes, the 7-time winners of this AFCON. They're very, very impressive feat. Came back way in the late 2000s, in which they won the tournament 3 years in a row, from 2006 all the way to 2010. It was actually Egypt's golden generation, and they had to have a golden generation again. I don't think they're gonna have one soon. Because whenever you have such golden generations, it becomes hard to actually replicate that in the next in the years to come. So maybe it's time for others now to secure the victory. Maybe it's Nigeria's, maybe it's Morocco. It clearly looks like it's Morocco's turn, because they are clearly the best team in Africa in terms of FIFA ranking, and at the same time they are also a team that plays very good football. In fact, it's one of the few teams in Africa that I see normally play in a traditional 4-3-3. The same way Ivory Coast play as well, because they like to go forward. They like to play that fluid, technical style of football, where they like to keep the ball and dominate possession, and of course also dominate further up the pitch. They are not like the likes of Cameroon, Algeria, which other team? Yeah, those teams are normally, yeah, you should expect them to at least more or less move with the tide and maybe modernize their game, but they still play in the traditional counter-attacking football, where they're just happy to sit back and hope to pick up teams on the counter. And of course, Morocco found that out in their last game against Morocco. Cameroon rather found that out against Morocco, that you can't really do that, man. Maybe it might work for teams like against South Africa, clearly teams that don't really have also the technical or the creativity to break down low blocks, which to me I think is South Africa's biggest undoing. But of course, yeah, you'd expect that some of these African countries to at least adopt that new style of play. So anyway, as for the lineups, as you can see, for Egypt, El Shenawi, Hani, Ibrahim, Rabia, and El Foto in defense. In midfield, Egypt are playing with 3 central defensive midfielders in Hosham, Fati, and Atia. Atia was very impressive against Benin last time out. And of course, Ashua, who had a very wonderful cameo when he came on in the second half. Actually, in extra time, yeah? Yeah, because Egypt were taken all the way to extra time by Benin. Then, of course, Salah and Mamouche playing their trade up front. It more or less looks like this Egyptian team plays a similar system to the one that Nigeria play, but unfortunately they did not have the likes of Osimhen or Lukman to run in behind there, because if they had a pacey forward, it actually work for them. Maybe they would have actually played Mamouche in the 10 position, in Ashua's position, and maybe in place of Mamouche, so this striker that plays for them, let me get his name. There's this striker that is on the bench they normally like to bring on. Yeah, Trezeguet as well. Also Fati and Faisal. So those some of the players maybe they should have started this, but maybe of course they prefer this system. Because for me, I don't think this system for Egypt is honestly working, because we clearly see when they switch to a more expansive, not really expansive, but when now Salah was now playing out wide on the right, they started now to break down this Benin team, and eventually they did so in the extra time. So Salah, of course, is not very good when he's playing that further up the pitch, especially very close to goal. He's more of an inside forward who likes to operate in such spaces. But of course, if you push him way closer to the striker, it becomes a bit difficult for him. Maybe what they should do is maybe tell somebody like Hani, or somebody to, or somebody like, maybe Fati or Ashua to run in behind and maybe go on the overlap. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you are here and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor, guys, of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Yes, we are off. Yes, Mr. Prince, what's good? What's good? How are you doing? What's good? Yes, all's good, man. All's good. I hope everything is good on your end as well, eh? This guy is down, man, and please continue. Come on, referee. Blow the whistle, man. This is Mohammed's last chance. Yes, it has to be his last chance. It has to be his last chance. And actually, if you have to ask me, I don't see maybe how a situation where actually Egypt win this game, because I think Ivory Coast are going to be too strong for them. Because that tactic, Osham, Fati, and Atia, 3 central defensive midfielders. So clearly it shows you that they don't really have the creativity out there. Because you see, the thing that actually works very well for Nigeria when they play this system is that they play Iwobi and Lukman in those positions. And of course, what they do is that Iwobi sits, not really sit back, but more or less creates from actually from inside his own half, or even from deep. And then, of course, they allow this guy called Onyeka to actually go on the overlap. And of course, now Ndidi is the one who now is able to mop up any kind of ball just in front of the defense. So, but for Egypt, I can clearly see they've got 3 players who actually are supposed to do that job, which to me is kind of interesting, because you don't really need that many central defensive midfielders. Just play maybe 1 or 2 attacking-minded midfielders, and just allow them maybe to be expansive. And it's Mamouche is now Fati, is now Ibrahim, and you can clearly see as soon as the game starts, the system is more of a 3-2, 3-2-1-3. Actually 3-4-1-2. Yeah, it's actually a 3-4-1-2, because Ani now hugs the line, is now the most advanced fullback for Egypt, while on the far side, Porto Cats actually sits into defense and makes up a back 3 of now Ibrahim, Rabia, Elfort, and of course Hossam. Yeah, of course you guys know we don't really work with these back 3s. This back 3 is Mamouche, go! Oh, yeah. Also, I was just about to say that this system does not really create chances for the attackers. There, Mamouche sneaks in at the back and just manages to slot that ball into the right-hand corner of the goal. And just like that, Egypt have taken the lead. Egypt have taken the lead, man. Yeah. The champions are already behind, man. This is the first time that they've been behind in this tournament. What was who was that? Who was that defender? Was that Kosono? Come on, man. Clearly, what was Kosono doing? It was just a very simple pass in behind to Mamouche. Kosono, of course, was fast to it, but Mamouche was just a little bit faster. He managed to steal the ball right in front of him, and just like that, slot that ball into the right-hand corner of the goal. And just like that, Egypt have taken the lead. Yeah. The Pharaohs on their way to the semi-final, man, while the defending champions are crashing out. And as you know, guys, Egypt, no one thing with Egypt, they've got now those three defensive midfielders come into play. Those three defensive midfielders now come into play because they will just choose to set up shop and just park the bus. I will not be surprised if they do that. If you see Fatih, Atia, and Hosham just sitting just in front of the defense. Yeah. Mamouche again. Mamouche. It's only Salah who's more advanced. Yeah. So clearly, this is the best scenario for Egypt because those three central defenders, other three central defensive-minded midfielders are going to come into play in this game now. Of course, they are just going to close and actually make the pitch as narrow as possible by just defending the box and just at the edge of the area. Yep, Mr. Prince, wow. Nobody expected that, man. Well, Mamouche was a little bit too quick for this fella, this Kosono, man. Clearly, but honestly, I blame that guy. It's clearly his reaction time to that pass was very, very slow. Asho, this is Hani. Hani loses out to that's Ulai. Who's Diomande. Bruh, Rico's left hand is trouble. Casey and Due need to double up on Mamouche 1v1. He leave you for dead. Yeah, it's true. It's very, very true. Very, very true. That's why I honestly thought that maybe they'd start for Fana. Yeah, the bald fella. They are very good actually box-to-box midfielder. Honestly, I expected them to start him, but I don't know why they didn't start him. I honestly do not know why they didn't start him. Ahmad Diallo. Ahmad gets past his player. It's out for a corner. Yeah, of course, he didn't sense danger at all. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, it's what you call concentration. His concentration is very, very low. Concentration and anticipation is a huge challenge for him. Because clearly he did not even anticipate that. Because Mamouche was just able to sneak in. Because honestly, I thought that maybe Mamouche had actually pushed him off the ball. But clearly it's because he was trying to kick it. But at the same time, as you know, and I know maybe some of you guys have played football professionally or even casually. You know that, of course. Okay, let's look at this corner first. Header! Yeah. Goal mode scramble, man. 3 Egyptian players are actually down inside the 6-yard box. Yeah, Ivory Coast clearly gone on the attack. Mamouche! Hey, Mamouche. Mamouche is fired up for this, man. Hey, Mamouche, man. He's clearly up for this fight, Diomande, man. Clearly, Diomande. You want to tell me Mamouche can out-muscle you off the ball like that? Hey. Yeah, so this Kosono fella, yeah, his concentration and his defending. I don't know. Is he the one who played? Is he playing out of position or what? Let me see whether he's playing out of position. Because I think maybe he's playing out of position. Is he? Because in the previous game, did he actually play in that position? Let me check against Burkina Faso. Did he actually play in that position? Let me check. Actually, yeah, he did. But he was actually injured, so he was taken off. Hey, this game, man. Game is gonna be feisty, Game is gonna be feisty, They stand feisty so fast, You can clearly see that the desire from both teams is there, And of course, Egypt are not gonna lie down, and at the same time, Ivory Coast, they're not just gonna relinquish their title that easily. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're here on the stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so. Yeah, support the channel. And for those that have already subscribed, as always, double salute to you guys and God bless. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, so if you're watching this stream and you're not yet subscribed, please make sure you smash the subscribe button, and of course turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we do go live. It's picked up by Ashura. Of course, you know what Ivory Coast can also do is just ensure that they deny those spaces from the back by Egypt. They just should ensure that they press with the high line, because Egypt today don't look as if they have an outlet, and they don't look like they have maybe people who can actually run in behind that pass, because of course Mo Salah and Salah are playing very close to each other, and you see now that is gonna rather than maybe one of them pulling over to the wing and maybe just going on the, not really on the attack, but maybe stretching play so that at least they can create that passing option, or that option of where at least they can able to bring the ball out of play, or maybe just go long, just go long to one of them. Ahmad loses out, it's picked up by Salah. You clearly see these central defensive midfielders for Egypt will come into play now, because it's the perfect scenario for them now, because you know they can park this bus from now until tomorrow, as they did against South Africa. But of course, South Africa were not, like I said, South Africa were not good at breaking down the. Is Ashua Mamouche, was he fouled? No, he wasn't. But that was actually offside. Yeah. They just get somebody like a Trezeguet very close to a Mamouche. Trust me, they are gonna mess these guys up. Honestly, think they are gonna mess them up seriously. It's all over for Ivory Coast. No, it's still early days, my brother. It is still early days. Don't give up on them. Egypt parking the bus. Yeah, they are. Like I said, those central defensive minded midfielders, happy just to sit back. Because, and as you know, Egypt is not a team that normally likes to give away big chances. In fact, Egypt have actually performed very, very well defensively at this tournament. Can clearly see, especially in their games in the group stage and also against South Africa, a game in which they are actually down to 10 men for over 45 minutes. But somehow South Africa were unable to create. But actually, that was more down to South Africa being unable to create anything. But can clearly see that since then, no, I haven't seen, I will keep saying this, I don't think any team has managed to create any kind of clear-cut chances against Egypt. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any team create clear-cut chances against them. So maybe it's that tactic coming into play. Those three midfielders out there, Partey, Osam, and of course Atia. Mamouche tries to turn. Nice play by Mamouche. Can clearly see Mamouche is the outlet for this Egyptian team. And the position that he's actually occupying is very, very good. The position that he's occupying is very, very good. Anyway, guys, if you're on this stream and you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you, in fact, subscribe to the channel. Yeah. If you're also watching this and you're not yet subscribed, please do me a favor of liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Salah can play in the time position behind Mamouche and Trezeguet. Can he? Hani in behind. Who's in the box? You see now, that's the other challenge. Now when they have actually work out the ball from out wide into the box, can clearly see there's nobody to cross that ball to. This is Porto loses, other ball runs out of play. Salah can play the 10 behind Mamouche and Trezeguet. I think he can. Just like Lukman does for Nigeria. So anyway, maybe it's a tactic that they don't really hope will work. But for me, I'd actually play Salah in that position. But of course, you know, if you actually play him there, and maybe allow the other midfielders now leave Fati, Atia, and Hosham, I think it can actually work. Because if they actually put Trezeguet up front next to Mamouche, He can be dangerous because this Trezeguet fella is no slouch as well. He's good. This Trezeguet fella is good. He's Gusand. Gusand. Ball. Aye. Hey. Hey, Egypt, man. Rather Ivory Coast. Do it. Hey, do it, man. Ivory Coast, you need to pick up the tempo. Don't think that this result is just gonna fall on your laps, and it's gonna be easy for you to secure the victory. No, clearly you have to work hard at this. You have to work hard at this, because this Egypt team does not give away so many chances. Can clearly see the way as soon as they lose the ball, they are already sprinting back to support. And of course, they're leaving Mahmoush and Salah up front, so at least they can pose the danger on the counter. Oh, Gusand, man, what the heck was he doing? Ibrahim, foul on Ibrahim. Foul on Ibrahim. So guys, make sure that you in fact liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're here on the stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor, guys, of smashing a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. And of course, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And make sure you also support the channel by liking the video. Mahmoush. Yeah, Ndika was fouled by Salah, so it's gonna be a free kick to Ivory Coast. This is Sangare to Conan. Conan is Diomande. This is Conan. The other thing that I worry of Ivory Coast is that I don't think they have a threat outside of Ahmad. The only threat that I think they have in this game is Ahmad. And that's why maybe it's best if they would have started Fofana. Because Fofana is actually the kind of midfielder who likes to run. He's actually a box-to-box midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder. Let me see whether he's on the bench. Is he there? He's actually on the bench. Yeah, Seko Fofana. Diomande! What a block, man! Goal-saving tackle by Ibrahim. That was actually Rabia. It was actually Rabia. I thought Ahmad had scored. Honestly, I thought he'd scored. Ibrahim slipped. Ahmad with the shot block. You see? Now you see what I was talking about. There's 3 central defensive midfielders. Yep. Because there are so many players back for Egypt. As soon as they lost the ball, you clearly saw Atia and Hosham sprinted back to cover the spaces and just to maybe block any kind of attempt from Ivory Coast, which they actually did. So Rabia on the far side. This is 6 Ibrahim. Let me just call him Yasa. I think he's called here. Let me just change his name to Yasa, so that it's easier to follow. Yeah. So far, that's the best chance for Ivory Coast. But it was not really created by Ivory Coast. It was actually mistake by Egypt. And for me, I've always said, you know what? If you're just being gifted chances, what happens now when you meet quality opposition that is able to deny you those kind of chances? Wonderful play by Mahmoush. He got back and won that ball very well. But it seems like Casey is down. So these are actually Sangare. This is Due coming forward. Due into Ahmad. Ahmad into the box. Ahmad. Yeah. Ivory Coast, man. Ivory Coast. Oh, yes, actually He actually headed the ball, honestly. Why did he do that, man? Salah go to get the ball. He's now Amad Diallo. Madiallo back to his goalkeeper, Fofana. This is a Kosono. This guy is a serious major liability, eh? So yeah, ever since he gave away that chance, I just see him as a liability, eh? Unless maybe he's gonna redeem himself. Locked off. Picked up by Mamouche into Salah. This is Hani. Nice pass into Mamouche. Mamouche coming forward. Was he fouled by Sangare? Yes, he was. It's gonna be a free kick to Egypt. Yeah, Ivory Coast, man. Ivory Coast. You guys, man. Yeah. But actually start to become more frustrated in this game. Eh? But I think they're already a bit frustrated because of that goal that was scored. Eh? Mamouche. Mamouche into the box. Oh, keeper is out. What the heck is he doing, man? Aye. Osha, man, over the bar. What the heck is this goalkeeper doing? Where is he going? Oh, no man's land, man. Aye, aye, aye. If that guy got that header on target, 2-0, and I think that's game over. Wow, 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 wow. Honestly, I do not know what Fofana was doing, eh? Where was he honestly going? Did he actually think he was going to get to that ball? Hey, Ndika, this is Conan. This is, looks like Sangare. Diomande loses out. This is Ashua. Mamouche. Mamouche. Hey, Mamouche today, man. Mamouche. This is Salah. Salah, release the ball, man. Can't take on everyone, man. Salah's dispossessed. Ulai into Due. Ah, come on. Casey, there you go. Diomande. Who's in the box, man? Ah, look at that. How many players are back there for Egypt? Ahmad! Ah. Hey! Ulai. Nice pass. Looking for Ahmad. Cleared by Yasa. Diomande with a shot. Hey. The Ivory Coast happy to keep the pressure on Egypt. Eh? Good. Force the issue. Diomande. Ah, that was actually Gusan. Headed wide. Ah. Period. Wonderful period for Ivory Coast. Eh? The keeper at the speed of Onana. Yeah, facts. Yes. That is clearly Onana. Onana. Onana-ish behavior. Onana-ish behavior. Just coming out to no man's land. Don't know whether they're gonna get the ball or not. And I think maybe they need to also penalize these keepers. Eh? You actually come out and maybe you commit the foul, or maybe knock over an attacker, then you should be penalized, man. Even if you are attempting to punch the ball away. Hey, hey. It's Fatty, he's Ashua, this Ashua guy, man. He had a very wonderful couple against Benin, but clearly the manager saw that he played well. That's why he brought him on. Yeah, clearly he's actually good. Eh? Manager rewarding players who actually play well and actually perform well, even if they're coming off the bench, which is actually good. And Trezeguet, of course, I think he's been dropped because in that game against Benin, didn't really do anything. Clearly did not do anything for his country. So Ulai, the far side. Is Ahmad Due. Nice Due. Wonderful skill, but didn't really pay off. Ah, yeah, so the FA Cup games currently taking place. I know some of you are interested in the FA Cup games. Yeah, still Tottenham still losing to Aston Villa. To the box. Come on, Gusa and Salah. Yeah. If Mamush gets to that ball, it was actually fatty. So yeah, Tottenham still losing at home to Aston Villa. Game is in the 79th minute. Grimsby drawing 2-2 with Weston. Cambridge losing to Birmingham 3-1. Bristol City already 5 goals up against Watford. Yeah, so those are games taking place. And of course, the later game is going to be between Charlton and Chelsea. Of course, Liam Rossinia, the new Chelsea coach, takes over his first game for the club. Is Salah? Salah, control that ball, man. Salah. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're on this stream and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do, in fact, subscribe to the channel. And, of course, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a single moment of watch along video whenever we do go live. Yeah, so far, okay. So, Ivory Coast are just leaving off scraps, eh? I don't see how the chances that they're actually creating a clear cut chances, eh? Anyway, but anyway, it's still early days. It's still early days. It's not the entire second half to play this game. Yeah, but at least they are on the attack, eh? At least they are on the attack. Because you don't want a situation where a team just sits back. Or maybe they think that eventually their quality is gonna show. They just play a very poor game. This Conan coming forward for Ivory Coast into Diomande, Ndika, Sangare into Kosono. This Due chooses to go long, intercepted by Fati, picked up by Atia. There you go, Mamush. Yeah, you can clearly see he has the confidence, eh? And he was running at Kosono. Of course, I would also do that. I've actually beaten you before to the ball, so why can't I do it again? Hey, Mamush. Clearly forcing the issue, eh? I think Ashua has just been brought on to just be really the creative threat, but just the roaming midfielder out there. I think that is why Ashua is playing this game. Anyway, guys, if it's your first time on this channel, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're watching this stream and you're not yet subscribed, please do me an awesome favor of smashing a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. And of course, for those that have already subscribed, thank you so much for the support. As always, God bless. God bless you guys for subscribing and at least coming back so that we can have more fun on these watch alongs then as we cover these games. Intercepted by Yasa. Yeah, picked up by Porto, but it's gonna be a free kick. They said that he handled the ball. Huh? Yeah, Casey. Enough play by Casey. So it's gonna be a free kick to Ivory Coast. Let's see what they're gonna do from there. Yeah, the ball was clearly off the arm, so it's not a fluke. Amadialo or Diomande. Okay, Diomande is gonna take the free kick. Let's see what he can do. Diomande to the box. Gusant. Oh, the other thing that also hurting Ivory Coast is that they still do not have Sebastian Haller, their dependable striker. Sebastian Haller is unavailable. I think he's still injured. He's actually brought for this tournament, but he has not played a single minute of any game. Yeah, he's gonna be back in mid-January, but I don't think he's gonna play in this tournament. Sometimes maybe that is what you need to do. If you have a star, one of your star players missing out through injury, you don't need to just take him to the tournament and make him rather carry him as a passenger. Sometimes maybe you just need to leave him behind and maybe take somebody else who can actually play for you. So that is why you see the likes of Gusan starting all the games for Ivory Coast, because clearly they do not have a striker. Due, man, Due. Poor header. Gives away an unnecessary corner to Egypt. Is Wilfred on the bench? Let me check. Wilfred, let me check. Wilfred. Wilfred, Bolly. Oh, I forgot. Is it Bolly? I think Bolly retired. I think Bolly retired. So not Bolly. Header! Goal! Yes, sir, with a goal. It's over, man. It's over. Done and dusted. Yeah, Willy Ball is there. He's available for Ivory Coast. I don't know why he's not playing. Rather than play this Koso, no. So just play Bolly. Bolly is way better, man. It's 2-0 to Egypt, man. 2-0 to Egypt. Yep. Rabia with the goal. It was actually Rabia, not Yasa. It was actually Rabia. Yeah. Wonderful free corner, man, for Mo Salah. The back post. Rabia gets his head to the ball. Yep, looping header over the goalkeeper. Keeper has no chance. And that is why you do put players on the post. I don't know why nowadays managers do not put players at the post, man. Yeah, Zaha is also on the bench. But Zaha is it's been quite dead so far. Zaha is a dead footballer, man. It's clearly not gonna do anything for this team. How old is he? Yeah, he's 33 years of age. He lost his touch a long time ago. Maybe they can bring on Diakite rather. Oh yeah, another midfielder that they also have, John Michael Seri. Why didn't they play him, man? Yeah. He should actually played Seri. Seri is actually very good. Actually, if they played Seri, Fofana, and maybe Kessie, they'd actually had a chance. Yeah. They are done. I think they are done. The only way that now they need to get back into this game is they need to score a goal within the next 15 minutes before halftime. If they have got any chance of getting back into this game, they need to score within the next 15 minutes. They need to score the next goal of this game before halftime. And immediately after halftime, like I've always said, if you are losing 2-0 and you're trying to get back into the game, make sure that you score, maybe pull a goal back within the first 10 minutes of the second half. Yeah. Oh no. It's been quite unlucky, man. Oh, Ivory Coast. I feel for them, man. I thought that maybe the strength and the physicality of this Ivory Coast team would actually be too much for Egypt. Sangare, that time by Sangare, loses the ball. Yeah, the referee allows the game to continue. This is Salah into Mamouche. Back with Salah. Salah gets the ball back. Salah coming forward. Salah. Yeah, it's over, bro. It's over. It's over. Yeah, it's done. But anyway, they do need a goal. Because you see, at the same time, they are not really working the goalkeeper. I've always said this. You need to work the opposition goalkeeper whenever you're trying to get back into any game. And they're not doing that at the moment. They're not really doing that. Salah, the far side. Oh, this is Photo. Photo! Ah! Cleared by Kosono. Ah, shot by Ashoa. Well wide. Ah, yeah. Man, take this guy off, man. This Kosono needs to go, man. Clearly, on that far side, that right-hand side for Ivory Coast, that right-hand side of the defense, Kosono and Due, man. What are they doing, man? Hey, Mamouche has been so dominant on that side, man. Eish! Ah, man. Due into Gusan. Gusan is Ahmad. Ahmad. This is Conan. Ahmad, shoot Ahmad. Right foot, bro. You have a right foot, man. Sangare into the box. Yep. Cleared by Yasa. Picked up by Conan. Conan into Diomande. Diomande with 2 for comfort. Yep. He's forced to go back to Conan. Conan back to Ulai. On the far side to do a cross in. Speechless, man. After all that hype, though it looked like that attack was being sustained by Ivory Coast, only for Due just to put a ball in the box like that. At least ensure that you do put one player, especially at either post. Because nowadays teams just want to defend corners and have no players at the posts. I don't know who said that you didn't have people at the post. Sometimes it's the difference between actually saving you and you being able to secure the victory. But in this case now, Ivory Coast have got a serious mountain to climb. How do they get 2 goals against this Egyptian team that has only scored one, has only conceded, I think, 1 goal? They've only considered 1 goal in the entire tournament. Let me check. How many goals have they considered in the entire tournament? Considered one against Benin. Yeah, and they also considered 1 against Zimbabwe. So this Egyptian team has only considered 2 goals in 5 games. So you clearly see why the team struggle to break them down. Yeah, of course. Best example is South Africa. South Africa, even with 10 men, 11 men, they could not. They could not break down this Egyptian side. Diomande, cross it, man. You're not really going anywhere. Now you've got 2 for ball by Asha. Diomande, you have been left off the hook, Clearly over there, you have been left off the hook. My God, yeah. This guy, man. This guy, do it. I told you that right-hand side of defense for Ivory Coast is a serious problem. I don't know why Ball is not playing. Manager, what's his name? I'll even call you by name. I'll look for your name and find out what's your name, man. What's the name of this? Emas the coach of Ivory Coast. Honestly, why don't you want to trust Willy Bolly? Willy Bolly is a very good defender. Okay, might not be that good as he was back then, but at least he clearly knows how to hold the line. 34 years of age is also a bit old. That's the reason why the manager does not want to trust him. He might actually be beaten for pace. And Diomande with the over the free kick for Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast fans praying, man. Yeah, you need to say your prayers now. Huh? Say all the necessary prayers, man. Because as it stands, they are going home. And they're gonna leave this trophy here. They're not gonna go home back home with it. Diomande into the box. Header! Goal! Chance for Ivory Coast, man. On goal. On goal by 4-2, man. It's an own goal. 2-1. This game might not be over. I have always said, whenever you have a chance of getting back into any game, you need to score the next goal. And Ivory Coast have done that. So, the game is now sprung back into life. Ah, yeah, yeah. Putu, the own goal, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so, yep, Ivory Coast now have a chance. Now have a chance. Yes, I've kept on saying it. The best way for you to get back to any game, you need to pull a goal back in before halftime, and also ensure that if you don't do so, at least get a goal back within the first 10 minutes of the second half. Well, Ivory Coast are back in this game. Yes, yep, they are back. Hey, nice. They're clearly not gonna go down without a fight. They're clearly not gonna go down without a fight. They're not just gonna surrender their title like that. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're here on this stream and you're not yet subscribed, please make sure you do me a favor of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Mamouche, was he fouled? Yep, Mamouche was fouled. It's gonna be a free kick to Egypt. So it's another set piece opportunity for Egypt. Let's see what they're gonna do from here. Kosa now redeemed himself. Yeah. Still, it would not be enough. So is Wilfred Zaha washed? Ah, he's washed. Mamouche into the box. Ah, yeah. Oh, that was dangerous. By Salah to Mamouche. Cross it. Mamouche into the box. Safe hands from the keeper. Zara washed. Yeah, he's washed. Clearly washed. He wasn't. He'd clearly be starting this game, eh? But of course, I've never really trusted that guy, eh? Never been good. I honestly never seen a game where Zaha actually performed good from start to finish. Well, used to have clutch moments for Crystal Palace, but you know, his petulant sometimes would just take over. Down the line for Diomande. Nice touch from Diomande. Come on, cross it. Diomande to the box. It's out for a corner. Yep. Clearly, Ivory Coast now on the ascendance here. That own goal has clearly given them a lot of hope. And clearly see their fans singing all over. Yep. The fans are clearly singing all over. Anyway, Ahmad on set piece duty for Ivory Coast. Yeah. Ish. Ivory Coast, oh yeah. In Ivory Coast, let's see. Ahmad into the box. Header. Keeper is coming out for it. Punches it away. It's picked up by Salah. Salah. He's got Mamouche. Oh! He actually wasn't fouled, eh? He wasn't fouled, eh? Victor Bayama, yeah, that was no foul on Mamouche, eh? Hey, this game, man. Ivory Coast. Oh, no. But anyway, they're still in this game. They are still in this game. They're basically done what is needed. Yes. Yes, exactly. They need to put in Seri. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Seri needs to be starting this game, man. I think he started, was it the last group game? But since then, it's like the manager doesn't really trust him. I don't know why. And Seri is not washed. Seri is a very good midfielder. Seri is a very good midfielder. Let me see. How old is he? Oh, he's not 34 years of age. Oh, man. Maybe that's the reason why the manager is a bit skeptical. But maybe they brought a very aging side. Maybe that's the reason why they're playing these guys. Maybe they don't really want to risk because they know that these guys' legs might be gone, and whenever you, especially in these games, you're not gonna get so many chances. So, and of course, they know that they're gonna be in for a fight. Salah turns over the ball. It's back with the name of this guy. Kosono. Yeah, 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of added time. And this first half has also flown by so fast. This is what you want to see. This is what we want to see, guys. We want to see such kind of games, end-to-end stuff. Not like the Mali Senegal game or the Algeria DR Congo game. Which I'm happy that 3 of those teams are already on their way home. And I hope that Senegal are going to be sent packing as well. But their style of football is also very poor. Honestly, if you had to ask me, I don't really know how Senegal play. Maybe they just rely on runs in behind for Njai, Mane. This is Yasa. Yasa restarts play. This is Fati. That's actually Atia. Atia. So just trying to. Kosono actually want to tackle. Kosono coming forward. Kosono into Diomande. Shoot Diomande. Yeah. Well defended by Egypt. They're pushing them back, but not so far back. This has to be the last chance. This is Casey. Casey into the box. Come on, man. That has to be the last action of the half. Yep. Was that first goal, stone goal of the tournament for you? Oh, first own goal. Was that the first on goal of the tournament for you? No. Actually, yeah, no. Egypt, I think this is the first own goal that they have scored at this tournament. They have not considered any other goal from no, from their own players. So I don't think they have. They've actually been quite good, especially when defending back there. Egypt have actually been very, very good, because they do play as a unit. Let me stop the clock now. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're here on this stream and you're already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do me that awesome favor of liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Of course, you're going to look at some halftime stats. So let me just show you guys what I'm looking at, that we're all on the same page. Yes, I show you guys this is what you can also maybe go and look at some of these websites in your own free time. So it's actually a very good website that has a very wonderful stats. So you can clearly see, yeah, Egypt Ahmad is the only player on a green rating for Ivory Coast. Yeah, Mamouche clearly the player of that first half. Eh? Hey, Mamouche. Hey, Mamouche. It's like he's been sent, man. So let me look at the stats. For Egypt, XG 0.43 to Ivory Coast 0.45. Possession 30% for Egypt, 70% for Ivory Coast. Total shots 3 for Egypt, 6 for Ivory Coast. Big chances 1 for Egypt. Yeah, I think they are counting. Yeah, the Mamouche chance was actually a big chance, because you was clean 3 on goal. 1-on-1 was the keeper. 1-on-1 chances are normally big chances. Because accurate passes, Egypt happy to be on 110. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what happened to Zimbabwe against Egypt. In this case, it's Egypt who are happy to allow Ivory Coast to have the ball. Because the game against Zimbabwe and Egypt, Egypt dominated those guys from start to finish. I think Ivory Coast only managed to sit around like 120 completed passes. Let me check whether I can get that game. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Let me see whether I can get those stats. Zimbabwe, yeah. Let me have a look at the stats of that game. And clearly see, it was all Egypt. Like I've always said, the higher the peaks, the more the intensity of the attack at that time. Of course, let me see. See, 7 big chances for Egypt. Actually, 8 big chances, 7 missed. Then, of course, you can clearly see Egypt had 600 passes. That's what I needed to show you. And of course, Zimbabwe had 111 completed passes. Wow. Talk about domination, man. 600 passes from Egypt. So anyway, we'll see. We will see what's going to happen in the second half. Honestly, do foresee more goals in the second half. I don't think both teams are just going to be happy with the result. If for Egypt, they want to make it sure. Rather, they want to make the result a formality. While Ivory Coast, we're hoping at least they can maybe take the game into extra time. Because Ivory Coast also very good from penalties. Very good from penalties. Mm-hmm. You guys, give me a second. I will be right back. Salah versus Man in the next round will be good for ratings. Yeah, it will be good, but honestly hope that Egypt win that game. But honestly, I do not want to see Senegal appear in that final. Ugh, this team, man. Because yeah, cause that Senegalese team, no. I mean, as far as yesterday was concerned, they actually showed me, you know what? They clearly do not have what it takes to win this tournament. I thought they were one of the giants of this tournament, but clearly they are not. There are way better teams in this tournament. I can clearly see Morocco and Nigeria. And of course, those two teams, it's unfortunate that they're meeting in the semi-final, because that would have been a very, very epic final. Huh? Very, very epic final. So, you know, let me look at the stats of that half. I'm sure sure, let me see. I'm sure, of course, the stats are overwhelming in Ivory Coast's favor, but that does not mean that Egypt have not played well. Eh? In fact, Egypt's attack has been so nice. Eh? Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So, let me see whether I can get some stats. Let me see. Let me see. I'll check it later. Yeah, so can clearly see the earlier momentum was with with Egypt. Then they managed to take the lead. And after that, just swung to now the attacking momentum was now with Ivory Coast. And of course, who the begrudge them for doing that because they're trying to get back in the game. And then Egypt scored the second goal. It was actually against the run of play. But at least Ivory Coast were able to pull a goal back. Yeah, non-goal. So as far as the stats are concerned, XG 0.43 to 0.45 is quite close. Possession, not even close. Actually, almost three times as Ivory Coast I've had almost like three times as more possession as Egypt. Was 30, 70, 90. Yeah, clearly way over half. Huh? Total shots, 3 for Egypt, 2 on target, 1 big chance. For Ivory Coast, 6 shots, 1 on target. Is the on goal actually, did they actually count it as a shot on target? Did they? I don't know whether they count on goals as shots on target. Honestly, do not know. And you can clearly see passes for Egypt 110 to Ivory Coast 287. Discipline, so that's another important thing that you need to look at. Yellows and reds. Where are they? There you go, discipline. There are no cards so far. No cards so far. So anyway, as far as both benches, let's look at both benches. For Egypt, you've got Shenawi, Mustafa, Aid, Sobir, Ismail, Saber, Shahata, Lashin, Zico. Oh yeah, Zico as well. Adel, Fatih, Mohammed, Faisal, Moshen, and of course Trezeguet. As far as the coast, they've got Lafont, Kone, Zahuri, Operi, Agbadu. They can also play Agbadu. Agbadu is also a very good defender. Yeah, for Wolves. Yeah, of course they have been playing poorly this season, but doesn't mean that Agbo has been at fault for their poor performances. And then of course Felipe, Gabin, Diomande, Willy Bolly, whom I think should have started this game. Yeah, Seri, Fofana. This guy should have definitely started this game, and maybe this guy should not have been here. This Ulai fella should have been on the bench, because if you have Casey, Sangare, and that Fofana, Fofana actually more or less plays as a box to box. Then of course Traore, Grasso, Diakite, Bayo, and of course Wilfred Zaha. They washed Wilfred Zaha. And this guy is washed. He's washed. He's done. Done. His career is done, man. Yeah, second half will be on us in a few, eh? Second half will be on us in a few. So anyway, let's dissect it, guys. Let's dissect it, guys. Uh how do you see Ivory Coast getting back in this game? How do you see them breaking down this Egyptian team? Do you actually bring on more midfielders or bring on more strikers? Because they still have the threat of Ahmad. And I think Ahmad is the only threat. Ahmad is clearly the only threat. Because the man of this far side, can't really say that he's what? He's a threat to this Egyptian team. Ahmad is a threat. Because Ahmad is also their top scorer. Anyway, teams are making their way from the dressing room onto the pitch. We are just about ready to start the second half. Now, just about ready to start. I saw was that Seri. Was that Seri walked past? No, Zuhuri. CIV. CIV is Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire. They're called Cote d'Ivoire. Or Ivory Coast. The only name is Ivory Coast. That's the one that most people in the world do know. Cote d'Ivoire is a name for the guys in Africa who actually know that the name was changed. But I think if you refer them to either name, they're gonna respond as well. There are players in the tunnel, don't know what they're waiting for. Are they waiting for the referee? At least you go back into the pitch and then you just wait for the referee to. Actually, the referee was actually waiting for them, eh? So Egyptian players, clearly so keen on listening to their coach, eh? Ish, wonderful stadium, man. It's like nowadays they have come up with a new stadium what design where the floodlights just illuminate the pitch. Back then, you used to have fans who sit in the stands, being being this is not being lit, not being lit, but at least you could be able to see some of the fans. But in this stadium, you can clearly see there are some clear dark zones. Although dark zones are not dark, it's just that the fans are there, but you can't really see them. Is there any change for either side? No change. No change for other side. Hmm. We are just about ready to start the second half. We are off. We are off. We are off. We are off. Fatty looking for Mamouche. Too strong. Yeah, Asha, yeah. I decided to press higher. Kusand loses out. It's picked up by Mamouche. Mamouche versus Dewey. Dewey, man, are you okay? Come on, referee. Yeah, just stop the game because clearly this player looks in some distress. Eh? Ah, yeah, yeah. We have dislocated something, eh? I don't think this guy is gonna continue. I don't think Dewey is gonna continue. I honestly don't think he's gonna continue. Because immediately he pushed Mamouche, could clearly see that he was holding his shoulder or upper arm. Oh, he's okay. Wow, okay. What was the issue? It's for Fana. Come on, man. Urgency, guys. Urgency. What the heck are you doing, man? It's Ahmad. Now it's Dewey. Now it's flick on. Ulay was unable to get to it. Eh? Pass the back. It's Dewey. Niakite. I will not be surprised if this game ended this way as well. Eh? I will not be surprised. Call Agadir. Sangare. Kosono. To Dewey. Going to Ahmad. Ball out of play. He's Hani. Hey, the last time I mentioned his name. Been quite quiet, eh? I picked up by his Fatty to Mamouche. Yep. For Salah, unable to get play to Salah. I thought that guy was gonna steal in behind and maybe get a ball, huh? It's Fatty, the far side. That's loser. Unable to find Hania. Sometimes just go for the simpler option. Huh? Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I need some water. Is Casey. Hey, Ivory Coast. You need to push the tempo, huh? Just because you're behind by 1 goal doesn't mean that the game cannot end this way. Ulai, Sangare, Victor by Salah. Salah was the fault. Salah. Mamouche plays for City. Yes, he does. He does. But he's not really a starter. But there are rumors that he may need to go out on loan. Maybe just a secure position elsewhere. Is Ashura into the box? Ashura, Salah, goal! Mohamed Salah! 3-1. Yeah. A sucker punch for Ivory Coast. Man. Sheesh. Oh no. Yeah, that's his fourth goal of the tournament. Yeah, they're just right behind Brahim Diaz. I think this has to be Salah's. Yeah. Guys, listen to this. Guess who was at fault for that goal? Guess who was at fault for that goal? Guys, just guess. Is the guy who was at fault for the first goal for Egypt? Kosono. Kosono was dragged into following Marmoush without smart play, and then immediately the ball was played in behind for Ashura. And Ashura had that a very, very huge space to run in behind, and just like that, might tuck that ball to the back of the net. Yeah, it's over now. Right side is a hole, no non-existent. Yes, exactly. That's why I kept on saying. Yes, his Kosono was dragged towards Mamouche. Mamouche drew him out of position, and then he left a very huge gaping hole for Ashura. But I also have to question where Due was. Where was Due? Where was Due? It's a free kick to Egypt. Hey, today Egypt. Anyway, honestly, the Gusand, what are you doing? Yeah, clearly, Egypt with a very, very tactical victory here. Because basically they've only had, was it? I think those are the only chances that they've had. They've only had 3 chances in this game. They have scored from all of them. It's what you call efficiency. Let me check. How many chances have they had in this game? They only had 4 shots. They have 4 shots. And they have scored 3 with 3 of them. Is Indika, that is Conan, others actually that's Conan. Yeah. Anyway, another thing that Ivory Coast need to do, they still have a chance of getting back into this game. Just score within the next 10 minutes. Before the 65th minute, make sure at least you've scored, man. They was still eating halftime oranges. Yeah. Quickly vacated that position, Clearly, I'd love to know what the manager sees in this Kotono. Sorry, Kosono. Needs do a fella. Yeah, they need to concentrate now. Don't consider fourth goal. But they need to score a second goal. To see whether they have actually gonna relinquish their title or not. Dear man, dear man. This fatty fella, man. This guy is normally Mr. Everywhere. Sorry, it's actually Atia. This Atia is normally Mr. Everywhere, man. He's everywhere, man. Ziasa chooses to go long. Mamouche again. Mamouche. Mamouche. Away from the. He was away from Dewey. Was unable to capitalize. Sangare. So that was actually Ulai to do it. Are they even getting Dalo on the ball? They are star man. Are they actually getting Dalo on the ball? Because if Ivory Coast win this, then I think, and it would mean that the Manchester Derby next weekend, on Saturday, all United players are gonna be back. Maybe with the exception of Mazraoui, unless they manage to beat Nigeria in the semi-final. So the final is gonna be played on Sunday. Of course, the third place game is gonna be played on Saturday. You should let Israel play now. The game is over. For what purpose? It's not gonna help them get back into this game. Trust me, that guy is washed. That guy is washed. Do it, man. Why are you wasting time? Ahmad. Is Conan. The far side. Is Diomande. Diomande to the box. Cleared easily. We can start for United. Yeah, you can. Diomande. A ball is out of play. Yeah. Ball is out of play. Goal kick. So the goal kick. This means penalty. This means goal kick. Mamouche can start for Manchester United. For Man City or for Manchester United? Do you think that it's going to be sold by Man City to Manchester United? I don't think so. He's only been there for more or less a year now because he joined during the January transfer window last year. Hey, this Ashua fella. I do it again. Just giving the ball away like that, eh? It's poor, man. Oh, no, there you go. Fourth goal. Ah! Mamouche! Ah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Ivory Coast, man, what's going on? Hey, why is the defense so open, man? Now it's the left-hand side that is way open. Aye. They should give us Mamouche. Would you want to come? That's the question. Would you want to come? Would you leave City and go to United? Where are you going to play? To the box. Shot. Blocked. Cleared by Gushand. Come on, Diallo. Chase it down. I don't think they can give us Mamouche. The last player to move from Manchester United to Manchester City or in any direction was Carlito Tevez. Carlito Tevez. What's going on, man? Mamush, what's wrong with you? You're already winning. What else do you want? But you, the header, it's cleared by Yasa. Now this guy can receive treatment. Eh? Is there an issue there? Looks like there was something, eh? Anyway, I don't really know what. Okay, let's see. This will lie, fella. They've already been told to review that. Yeah, 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 yeah. The referee is called over to the monitor. That's it. Yeah, Ndika is also average. Yeah. Wilfred Bolly, man. Is he gonna be called over to the monitor? And no further action for Ulai. He's a lucky boy. He's a lucky boy. Yeah. The referee is ready to resume play. I think maybe he should have been given a yellow card there. But he can walk the tightrope. Come on, Gusand. Picked up again by Ahmad. Nice play by Ahmad. Sky. He's down when his team is attacking. Now when his team is defending, immediately his team goes on the attack and clearly see he's making his way back onto his feet. His corner. Protected wide, set for a corner. This guy should have been given a yellow card. Should have been given a yellow card, man. Bolly, man. Bring him on at least maybe for a cameo in this tournament. Eh? Ahmad into the box. Diomande. Shot over the bar from KC. So many bodies back there for Egypt. Eh? So many players back. This team, I think you have to be one of the best at defending a lead. Eh? Because the way they park the bus, not really park the bus, but they play that counter-attacking style. Sounds over. The longer it stays like this, the more becomes a formality. Yeah? Honestly, not many of us saw this result. Eh? Played a very costly contested game. 99%. Or rather, 50, oh, I thought it was 99. Anyway, you guys in the vote, in the polls rather, you have voted for an Egyptian win. Yes, and 59% have agreed with you. They are forcing Egypt to win this game, while Ivory Coast coming at 41%. Now who pass by Yasa into Asho. Hey, Mush. Player of the game. Is actually their top scorer. No, Salah is actually their top scorer. Don't even know what to make of this, eh? Because still, until now, have there been any clear-cut chances for Ivory Coast? No! They have not worked El Shanawi. Shanawi is just a passenger out there. Zaha is not going to do anything. Zaha is not going to do anything. Clearly a game that Ivory Coast shot themselves in the foot. Eh? Why didn't they come with... why didn't they play for Fana? Wangare... Mamouche, 3 versus 3. Ay, Mamouche. To Salah. Ivory Coast seem to have fallen apart. Eh? Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So now I've been a bit quiet is because don't really know what to make of it for Ivory Coast perspective. Anyway, guys, make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're watching this stream and you're not subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Still 30 minutes left. 30 minutes. 68 minutes. The 68 minutes. Yellow card for who? Is he booked for the next game? Clearly, Osham got back, tackle Ulai. I feel sorry for this Egyptian team, eh? Clearly, no pushovers, eh? No pushovers. Clearly, the coach knew what he was doing, eh? Coming to play with the 3 central defensive minded midfielders. Chance for Ivory Coast, but all rounds out of play. So who's this? Grasso is coming on. Replaces Kessie. Why aren't they bringing on the likes of Seri? Ahmad misjudged the bounce. Eh? Ashua is happy to concede the throwing. Oh man. Ivoire is Sangare. Do we cross it early? What's Ahmad doing out there, man? Just see whether you can go and attack the Ben or the box. Do it into the box. Egypt are gonna defend that all day. Eh? I told you they have three not central, but center backs out there. Not really center backs, but when they're defending, can clearly see this Patu occupies that position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Egypt have got like 6 players back. Eh? This one, such a organization. Eh? Man, till now you have not worked the keeper. What the heck, guys? What the heck? Let's see what they come up for. What they can do from this corner. Corner into the box. Nigeria! Shoot over the line! Go! They are back in this again! Do away with the goal! Do away with the goal! Ay, 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 yeah. It's not over, man. Is that do a second goal? But the first one was an own goal, eh? 3-2. It seems like maybe the only option for Ivory Coast is through the set piece route. Eh? Wonderful save from El Shenawi. Badue reacted quickest. Yeah, wonderful piece of play. Not really piece of other contact with the ball. Eh? More or less looks like an acrobatic touch into the ball. Eish. Egypt are susceptible to the set pieces, and if they proceed, they'll be in trouble from them. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. I can clearly see that today they may have shown their weakness. Eh? They may have shown their hand that set pieces are a very big issue for them. Eh? Because if you just put them under pressure for long, just have more and more set pieces, free kick, other corners, they're going to be in trouble. Hey, what are Egypt doing, man? Anyway, it happens, my brother, it happens. Sometimes set pieces, goal mouth scrambles, man. Come on, shoot! Ah, it's wide. Sangare. Scarf the shot, man. Well wide. It depends on the primary school children. Wow. It has started. Time wasting antics have started from Egypt. Yeah, the goalkeeper is complaining that he can't hear. Okay. What does hearing have to do with playing the game? Or maybe he says that he can't hear the whistle. The keeper was caught in no man's land. El Shenawi was caught in no man's land. Eh? This keeper, okay. Meanwhile, let me look at the FA Cup results. Yeah, this by now, all those games are over, except for the Chelsea one. Yeah, Tottenham were beaten 2-1. He could not come back against Aston Villa. So I think that has to be Thomas Frank's last game for Tottenham. Because this guy has just been suffering defeat after defeat after defeat. Get rid of him, man. Get rid of this guy. And also in the last game against Bournemouth, they lost 3-2 as well. After having led for large periods of that game. Come on, Thomas Frank should be fired, man. Was actually Danish. I thought he was German. And at least we have resumed. Victor by Salah. Salah into Fato, but nothing came from that. Oh, bad. Trezeguet about to come on. Trezeguet. So far, the keeper has not been worked. So you even wonder whether this 3-4-3-3 system is actually working. Can't believe it, man. Can't believe it, man. Don't even wanna watch. Feel so sorry for them, man. But it's their fault. They're not working the goalkeeper. What do you expect? They're not working the goalkeeper at all, man. El Shenawi has just been, oh, it's vibes, man. Yeah. Okay, to the box. Now he punches it away. Diallo. Come on. Yeah, Ivory Coast now are doing what Algeria are doing in the other game, where they are appearing to look busy, but actually they are not. Actually, sorry, they appear busy, but they're not doing anything. Ah, Kushand, man. Why are you missing this? Come on, this is a chance. You need to score from this ascendancy, yeah? You need to. They didn't. They didn't. Coach, coach has clearly wasted this team. Bayo coming on. Gusand is being taken off, huh? And I just feel a little bit subdued, man. I'd actually pick these guys to win, but honestly, never saw this kind of performance from Egypt. Okay, still early days, man. Shoot! Diallo! 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 Wow, wow, wow. Maybe there are two ways this game ends. Either Egypt score a fourth goal, or it goes into extra time. Those are my two. It's my 2 cents. Yep, another set piece opportunity. Yeah, this might be dangerous. Let's see what they're gonna do. Diallo far post, punched away by the goalkeeper. It's out for a corner. Last defending from El Shenawi. Yeah. Seems like they're getting a lot of joy when they're delivering that ball, either near post or far post. Maybe they should try that routine again. Maybe try far post now. Then just have somebody push it back onto the 6-yard box. Okay. The antics are continuing for Egypt. Yeah, these guys, they are a bunch of Alejandros, man. Hey, okay. Anyway, 8 more minutes for these guys to find an equalizer. Possibly going to extra time. Ahmad can do something. But now they're just, it's now turning into individual FC. Individual country, man. It's us. Individual FC, bro. Fire to the box. Another corner. Hey, it's a goal kick. Egypt have survived that, But now if you're just relying on one player, it's a corner. I also thought it was a corner. How is that a goal kick? Actually came off 40. Ah. Nice pass by Rabia. Batu. Trezeguet. Who actually came on to replace who actually came on for Trezeguet? Trezeguet is playing, but who's been taken off? Oh, sure, okay. Ah, come on, actually cleared by Yasa, cleared by Mamouche. Trezeguet wins the ball. Yes, clearly now defense versus attack. It's not defense versus attack. Oh no. I feel sorry for these guys, man. Ivory Coast, Ivory Coast. You know, maybe it's our last tournament to win, You never know. You never know. Sometimes these things do come fall your way. Yeah, loses out. So Salah coming out. Salah. Yeah, Salah is able at least to get his team up the pitch. Maybe it's our last tournament. You never know. Maybe it's our last tournament. But whenever you do eliminate the champions, the chances of you winning the tournament actually go up notch higher. Because I assure you, if this Egyptian team was to play this way, this is a Mamouche. Hey, Mamouche, the nutmegs. Hey, Mamouche. Fuck. Hey, there was never an award for the man of the match. This guy deserves it today. Hanan, other Hani picks up the ball. It's now with Salah. Party. Yasa, Ifato. Who's this? Is Atia just behind Trezeguet? Idea though, like the idea though. Clearly like the idea. Ahmad. Ahmad. Isangare. Why is Fofana? Why are they bringing on Fofana? Fofana is very good, especially when running from deep. Yeah, Mamush loses out. Is Due. Sangare, corner. Are you gonna shoot? Cross into the box. Header. The goalkeeper. There by Bayo to straight at El Shanawi. Fouled by Salah. Oh, simple save, man. I think it has to be the last tournament for the likes of Boli and Seri. But of course, they have a chance of retiring after the World Cup. Is Bayo. Command into Due. Due blocked by Photo. Ahmad is clearly on side. Come on, Ahmad. Ahmad. Cut back. Able to find anyone. Now they want to bring on Fofana. My goodness. Man. You coach, clearly, you do not know what you're doing. I'm sorry, you do not know what you're doing. So you're bringing on Fofana in the 88th minute to do what? Ah, these guys piss me off, man. Decisions, man. Decision making is very important in football. So Toure has come on to replace Diomande. Then also Fofana has come on to replace, has to be Ulai. So they're taking off Ulai right now. Honestly. So you bring on one of your best midfielders in the 89th minute to see whether he can rescue you. So in short, you're just looking for a savior. For me, so that way, at the time, are we gonna have 5? Are Egypt gonna hang on? I think they are gonna hang on. El Shanawi goes long. Mamouche. Another foul by Trezeguet. Fofana. So how do you expect Fofana to influence the game? And he's only gonna get a little over 5 minutes. How now? At least bring him on maybe in the 60th minute. At least he'll have 30 minutes. Bayo with the chest down into Fofana. You see what I mean, Fofana? At least you see clearly he's getting into good positions. Caused by Fofana, it's cleared by Salah, cleared by Fati. More changes. Yep. Mohamed coming on for Mamouche. I think they have done enough. Hey, this Mamouche fella, man. Hey, clearly I've showed Man City what they are missing, eh? Hey, wonderful performance from Mamouche today, eh? I think the best game I've seen him play for both club or country. Of course, you have the game that he scored a hat trick against Bournemouth last season, but of course that was because you're surrounded by a lot of good players. But with this one, you can clearly see he has worked hard for his team. It's gonna be Ahmad with free kick. Ahmad El Shanawi coming. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. Just gets his team out of trouble for the moment. Ah. What kind of cross is that, man? Just wasting your own time, man. Grasso. Wajiji will get shot on set pieces by Senegal. They are the tallest team in the tournament. Well, might happen. What if they just do what they did today? Score fast, park the bus, and just set up shop. They're gonna win. But Senegal clearly do not need to get to that final. No, Senegal, let them just contest the third place playoff. Clearly, do not need a Morocco, Senegal. Do not need maybe a potential Senegal appearing against any other team in the other. What am I saying? We don't want Senegal basically to appear in that final because clearly the way they are playing, nope. In fact, they haven't even had any real test in this tournament. But then Senegal have not had any test. These other teams have been tested. Morocco have been tested. Egypt have been tested. Cote d'Ivoire have been tested. Nigeria have been tested. But Senegal haven't been tested. They only met Sudan and Mali. Those are two dead teams, man. Ivory Coast, come on. This is not the time where you fall. Sangare. Oh, man. It's over. It's over. Look at the way some of those players are sat on the bench. So disappointed, eh? Seems like they are gonna surrender their title, eh? Due with a kick forward. Is Fofana. Look at Fofana the way he likes to rush into the box, man, and take on players. Isn't now the player that you left on the bench for that long? Mohamed just hoofed it clear. No one in particular. It's over. It's over. You know, just throw this ball back into play. It's over. I told you it's over. Uh, yep, the 7-time champions outs the 3 times champions. Defending champions are out. Cote d'Ivoire out. Egypt have won their game. So Egypt march on. So that means the likes of okay. Why is it that after every game there's always a bit of fracas and commotion going on? What? Oh, mad. Oh, yeah, mad. So sorry, bro. Bahama did not just get on the ball long enough, or often enough to actually affect the game. Oh, yeah. Despair, man. You don't want to see players crying like that, man. So now we're getting to territory where whoever loses is gonna be in tears, man. Look at Fofana. Fofana, I think, is the player that has been wasted the most. Manager chose to bring him on, basically at the stroke of the 90th minute, thinking that he was gonna do something. And he's actually a player that you bring on, maybe even in the 60th minute, and maybe see what he's gonna do. Because clearly when he came on, you could clearly see, guys. I know you saw it, guys. The way Fofana, when he came on, he's actually the only midfielder for Cote d'Ivoire who's actually interested in picking up the ball, maybe running at this Egyptian defense and the midfield, maybe try and see whether they can combine with the forwards or the other midfielders. No other midfielder did that. Let's see what I was talking about. This is a player that should have started the game, but unfortunately, managers with poor decision making cost his country. Just like that, Cote d'Ivoire out of the tournament. Yeah, sorry for Ahmad. Yeah. This now is back to Manchester United. So at least by the time that his club plays Man City, they'll both be back, both Ahmad and Mbuemo. I don't know whether Mazraoui will be back, unless maybe because if Morocco are knocked out by Nigeria, it would mean that Morocco are going to contest the third place game. It's going to be played on Saturday. So I don't think Mazraoui is going to be back yet. So, yeah. The victory is being dedicated to Hamdi, yeah, the defender who was injured in the game against Benin. Let's hope for a quick recovery. Was it Benin or I think it wasn't Benin, it was I think it was South Africa. Or was it Angola? I think it was Benin. It was Benin. Ahmad and Co. Anyway, you know what? I will honestly blame the coach. I will choose deliberately to blame the Ivory Coast coach. What's his name? It's called Emas Faye. Didn't even make all the subs. Didn't even use all the subs. Didn't even bring on uh Davis is not Davis. Princess's guy Wilfred Zaha. Even though he was washed. Even though he's washed. Didn't bring on Diakite. Didn't bring on Seri. Brought on Fofana at the very last hour, more or less in the 90th minute. So what was he gonna do? What was he honestly gonna do? Told you some of these managers, Yeah, Salam player of the match. I thought maybe they'd give it to Mamouche. Mamouche was a clear favorite, man of the match. Okay, it's because Salah has got a goal and an assist. Maybe that's why they give it to him. Yeah, assist off the corner, and of course the goal that he scored. That goal for his country. Yeah. Salah versus Mane is very interesting. I don't have the same ring to it as it was of 5 years ago. Sorry, yeah, 5 years ago, but I know both of them are a bit older, or the old, not older, old. So anyway, but it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good. Let's hope that Egypt are gonna eliminate that Senegalese team. Because honestly, if this Senegal team wins this AFCON, playing like that, what am I gonna do? Will I have to surrender my channel? Come on, please. Make sure Senegal do not win this tournament. Come on. The way they are playing, man, their style of play, their approach to games, man. Clearly, is not a team that needs to win this tournament. Eh? Yeah, because look at Senegal, man. They've had the easiest run of any team. Eh? They beat Botswana, they do the DR Congo, they beat Benin, they beat Sudan, and then Mali. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm speechless, guys. I don't even know what to say. Sorry, guys. It's just that I don't know what to say. And I feel bad for Ivory Coast. I feel bad for them that their tournament had to end there. But that early goal that they conceded was peak. And of course, the decision to play this Kosono fella came back to bite them. That decision has actually affected them seriously. Because ever since that chance, you could clearly see, ever since they considered that chance, they have been, don't say second best, but they have tried their level best to get back into this game, but it was just not happening. Then down to 2-0, pulled it back to 2-1. Then Salah scored, make it 3-1. Then they pulled a goal back, but they were unable to complete their comeback. So, and it's unfortunate for Ivory Coast tournament, other AFCON holders that they bow out at the quarterfinal stage. But maybe it's time for them to pass on the torch to somebody else. They clearly have done so. If they build some better young players for next AFCON, yeah, they do. Honestly, we all do. We all do. In fact, especially Ivory Coast, yeah, we'll clearly see that they have got so many players who are, and say maybe on the wrong end of is it 20 into 30. So it's not gonna be sustainable for them long term. Huh? That's why they need to develop young players ASAP. Eh? The likes of okay, Ahmad is young, but he needs players to actually assist him. And see for today, at no point did you actually see Due go on the overlap and just maybe allow other as soon as Diallo cuts inside. You never saw any chance or any point where Due went on the overlap to more or less pose a different attacking threat. No, he did not do that at all. As for the stats, of course, they're overwhelming in Ivory Coast's favor in terms of possession, because Egypt were just happy to sit back and maybe go on the counter. XG is 1.42 for Ivory Coast, total shots 13, big chances 2, big chances missed 1. For Egypt, XG 0.81, total shots is 6, shots on target 4, big chances 2. Yeah, clearly Egypt took both big chances that they got, made sure they converted their chances. So Egyptians River Nile cause what does that mean? River Nile? Yeah, it does there. River Nile. It's actually the river that has held down that country for so many years. The River Nile has been of huge benefit to the Egyptians. And that's why they need to ensure that at no point on the course of that river should there be mass development. Because if that was to happen, then Egypt might actually suffer because they're heavily reliant on the River Nile. Oh, yeah. Might Egypt just win this tournament? I don't know. But if Ivory Coast, not Ivory Coast, if Morocco lose to Nigeria, then Egypt make it to the final, I think Egypt might win it. Because I'd like to see how this Egyptian team plays against this 4-3. Because actually, they actually play a similar system. It's a 4-3-1-2. Because also Egypt play a 4-3-1-2. Nigeria play a 4-3-1-2 as well. I'd like to see. But anyway, it's very, very hard to call now. For me, of course, my money is on Egypt. I hope that they do beat that Senegalese team. And of course, for Nigeria, Morocco, I don't know who my money is on. Ah, yeah, yeah. Because that game is gonna be scary. That game is gonna be peak. Nigeria is scary, bro. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But if Egypt do manage to play with those three central defensive midfielders when they come up against Nigeria, do you think that their Lukman is gonna have that much space in their 10 position? No. Because if they have who else do they have there? Fati and Atia just to sit in front of the defense, then do you honestly see a situation where the likes of Iwobi or Lukman are gonna create chances for Osimhen? I don't know. But you see, at the same time, Nigeria have not really been tested defensively. So there's still so many things that we can. There's still so many scenarios that we can analyze. Yeah, Nigeria have not really been tested defensively. Yeah, the teams that they have played against, yeah, Tunisia, Uganda, Tanzania, Algeria, all those teams have been quite dead. So, and also, was it Burkina Faso? Which team did they meet? Oh, yeah, Mozambique. Yeah, the team that they actually destroyed. So, can clearly see that also these Nigerians have not really faced a big test. A big test is maybe meeting a team like Egypt, Ivory Coast, Morocco. Senegal are not really that much of a test. So anyway, we will see, guys. We will honestly see what's gonna happen in the semifinals. Like I said, the semifinals are gonna be contested on Wednesday evening from 2000 hours Kenyan time. That's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. We're gonna start with the game between Senegal and Egypt. Then, of course, from 2300 hours, that's 11 p.m. We're gonna move on to the game between not Senegal, Nigeria versus Morocco. So that is clearly the game to watch. Maybe in a different era, that would have been the final, but unfortunately, one team will have to go home. One strong team will have to go home. The same way one strong team went home today in Ivory Coast. But of course, I blame the coach for the selection and the way he did not pick the right players today. He picked the worst time to rotate that midfield. Osimhen is a problem for Egypt. Yeah, it'll be a problem for Egypt if they do meet in the final. But what you need to do for Osimhen is just block off all passing lanes to him. Just lock down Lukman and Iwobi and you'll be good to go. Because Osimhen is the kind of striker who likes to feed off chances or other passes in behind, and at the same time also being fed by Lukman and Iwobi. So if you actually make sure that Iwobi and Lukman are not on the ball for long and they're not threading those balls in between the lines to Osimhen, then you're gonna be okay. But you see, it's also gonna be a good thing, maybe also for Nigeria if they have to meet Egypt, because we now get to see which system is superior. Because so far, those Egyptian defenders have only been coming up against teams that play with one striker. But see now, we're gonna have Osimhen and Adams, so we're gonna see which system is gonna prevail. Which system is going to prevail? That is if they do meet, because of course they have to overcome their respective games, and of course maybe progress into the final. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of the watch along. For all those that tuned in from start to finish, thank you so much. Big up the likes of Prince, mm, Bradley, and the rest. Thank you so much for the messages. Thank you so much for the interaction in the chat. Yes, let's hope that we're going to have a very, very wonderful semi-final games that are waiting on Wednesday. And of course, I don't know if I'm going to do another watch along between then. I might actually do one for the FA Cup, but I'm not sure. I don't know that to do my new Brighton game, but I'm not decided. But I will definitely know what to do. Yes, yeah. So thank you so much, the likes of Prince and the rest of the guys, Mazime, yes, and everybody who was on the chat. Thank you so much for keeping this lively. It's been a wonderful game of football to watch. At least, even though at some point the early Egyptian goal more or less made the game become a little bit one-sided, but at least it's what you're supposed to do. Whenever when you come to this quarterfinals, semifinals, you're not gonna get like 5 or 6 chances in these games. You just need to take the chance that you are given. That's exactly what Egypt did today, especially with their first goal that was scored by Mahmoush. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Hope you're gonna have a wonderful evening. Do take care. See you in the next watch along, which is gonna be on, I think, on Wednesday, as we cover the semi-finals of AFCON. Till then, guys, do take care. Have a wonderful evening. Peace.